Barcelona's €1 billion defender is now their weakest link, and Hansi Flick knows it. The numbers don't lie, the mistakes keep coming, and Europe's top clubs are circling. But the real reason Araujo is failing will change how you see defenders forever. Watch till the end. This is more than just bad form. There are mistakes in football, there are collapses, and then there are Ronald Araujo moments. Incidents that eclipse the expected, drown the narrative in confusion, and drag the once heroic into the dirt of disappointment. There is a unique sting to watching a player so physically dominant, so visually commanding, yet so tragically vulnerable when the pressure is turned up. In the chaos of Barcelona's recent European struggles, one name keeps rising like smoke from the wreckage: Ronald Federico Araujo da Silva. A name that once echoed with promise and thunder now triggers the kind of sighs that only broken trust can deliver. Consider Inter Milan. Not the entire game, just the moment Ronald Araujo steps on. It's the 76th minute, Barcelona holding on, hope still breathing. And then he enters. What follows is a descent. Minute 93, possession lost. Turnover, Denzel Dumfries breaks loose, finds the ball into the box, and somehow, Ronald Araujo allows his man, Stefan de Vrij, a defender, not a striker, to sneak in on goal side. What is Araujo doing? Positioning, gone. Awareness, missing. Urgency, invisible. The goal is clinical from Inter's perspective, but criminal from Araujo's. And it doesn't end there. In extra time, Marcus Thuram, a man dragging his legs from exhaustion, still manages to outmuscle a fresh-legged Ronald Araujo, who had only entered the game minutes earlier. Thuram shrugs him off like dust, and that sequence leads directly to Fratesi's winner. Barcelona eliminated. So what's wrong with Ronald Araujo? Is it just these moments, freak incidents under pressure, or is the problem baked into his footballing DNA? To understand that, you must look beyond the errors and study the system, because Ronald Araujo is not just losing battles. He's losing trust. Barcelona have moved on. Hansi Flick came in with ideas, and the center-back pairing he's committed to is telling. It's not Ronald Araujo. It's Inigo Martinez and Pau Cubarsí. Two men who fit Flick's vision: a high line, an offside trap, a ball-playing backline that starts attacks, not just defends them. That offside trap? It's surgical. Barcelona are top in Europe for catching opponents offside this season. Why? Because Martinez and Cubarsí operate like they've played together for a decade. They understand angles. They communicate. And critically, they pass. Inigo Martinez leads the continent in passes completed and switches of play. Cubarsí, despite his youth, plays like a veteran, poised, precise, unfazed. Together, they've completed 1,448 passes in La Liga. That's the foundation of modern defense. That's what Hansi Flick wants. Ronald Araujo, on the other hand, is struggling to pass the ball forward. Remember the Atlanta goal. Ronald Araujo steps up, thinks he's caught Mario Pasalic offside, raises his hand, freezes. But Pasalic is onside, and Barcelona pays. That's not just a misread, it's a failure of system comprehension. In Flick's world, every misstep matters. In Ronald Araujo's case, the mistakes are no longer excusable. They're expected. And yet, there's a contradiction. Because for all the tactical flaws, all the lapses, Ronald Araujo remains one of the most physically gifted defenders on the planet. He's fast, faster than any other center-back Barcelona have. He's strong, stronger than most forwards he faces. He's brave in the air, dominant in duels, and for years, he was considered untouchable. A €1 billion release clause backed that belief. Under Xavi, he was the go-to man to stop Vinicius Jr. in El Clásicos. And it worked. That's the tragedy. The body of a titan, the heart of a warrior, but the mind? The mind lags behind. No manager in the modern game can afford a center-back who struggles on the ball. Ronald Araujo has an average ball recovery rate of 2.5 per 90, decent, but uninspiring. In possession, he's among the worst in Barcelona's current squad. There's an old saying in football: if the opponents want you on the ball, you've got a problem. Luis Enrique knew that. In a Champions League clash, he told his PSG side to funnel the ball to Ronald Araujo. Why? Because he knew Araujo couldn't hurt them with it. Let him have it. Wait for the mistake. That's how low his on-ball reputation has sunk. And the stats back it. Against Alaves this season, Ronald Araújo lost possession 5 times trying long passes. After that, he stopped trying. Horizontal passes, safety first. Compare that with Cubarsi, who breaks lines for fun, and Martinez, whose switches change games. Araujo doesn't fit the template. Even at right back, a role he once took to stop Vinicius, he now finds himself overlooked. Not because he can't defend, but because Flick demands more. He wants fullbacks who can join midfield, dictate tempo, control the rhythm. Not destroyers. Not passengers. That's why Eric Garcia plays. That's why Ronald Araújo watches. What's worse is the predictability. The cycle. Play well for a game, maybe 2. Then it comes, the slip, the hesitation, the rash challenge, the overcommitment. Like clockwork, the redemption arc collapses. Atlanta scores 1, concedes 1. Borussia Dortmund substituted in to protect the team, instead sabotages it. A bungled clearance leads to a third Dortmund goal. Possession flounders in his boots. Guirassy outpaces him, outmuscles him, embarrasses him. Barcelona suffer their first defeat of the year, with Ronald Araújo at the center of it. So now the club must answer the uncomfortable question: what do you do with a player like Ronald Araújo? One who could dominate in another league, in another system. Because for all his faults, he's not useless. He's just not a Barcelona defender anymore. And the club knows it. That €65 million release clause, active for only 10 days, whispers temptation. In January, Juventus nearly sealed the deal. Liverpool and Bayern Munich continue to circle. The interest is real. The question is, do Barcelona have the courage to cut the cord? Selling Ronald Araújo would hurt. He's one of the captains. He's been here through the worst years, a warrior in chaos. But this isn't about loyalty anymore. It's about progress. It's about football. If Barcelona can fetch €70 million, reinvest it smartly, and avoid another financial lever crisis, why not? If Flick can integrate a player like Jonathan Tah, who wants out of Leverkusen, who fits the system and has the physical presence to replicate Araujo's strengths, why wait? This is not to bury Ronald Araújo, though it may feel like it. This is to diagnose, to peel back the layers of expectation and see the man beneath. Ronald Araújo is not a failure. He's a misfit, a powerful, committed defender born into the wrong tactical era, at the wrong club, under the wrong manager. In another team, in another system, he could thrive. He could bully strikers, lead the line, and never be asked to thread a pass between midfielders. But in Barcelona, under Hansi Flick, he is out of sync. A thunderclap in a chamber orchestra. He has time. At 26, he should be peaking. He should be anchoring a team's defense, not hoping for cameos. But he must evolve. He must accept the truth of his limitations and improve them, or accept the truth of his future and move on. Because right now, Ronald Araújo is not just hurting himself. He's hurting Barcelona. And perhaps that's the final answer. How bad is Ronald Araújo, actually? Bad enough to break your heart. Not because he's terrible, but because he should be great. Now you've seen it. The hidden cracks, the brutal reality behind Ronald Araujo's fall from grace. But where do you stand? Should Barcelona sell him before it's too late? Or does he deserve one more chance to reclaim his place? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more brutally honest football breakdowns that no one else will tell you.